What's up, guys? May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you.
So apparently John has been doing nothing but eating breakfast cereal, cold cereal.
Yeah, cold cereal and
watching
milk.
Star Wars at a buddy's house.
Yeah, we started, like I said, I was down the shore, and I shot up, and we got to his house probably just a little bit after 1 o'clock. We've been hanging out for the whole weekend. And, he got like a brand new, high clarity projection, like his whole wall.
Right.
There's no screen. It's just the wall. And it took him a few minutes to figure it out, but it was pretty awesome. I have to admit, it's like we watched Clone Wars, and it's kind of cool seeing a cartoon you watched on TV that size.
Yeah, I imagine it would be.
He's got like dual sound bars. It's very cool. We had a blast.
So Ben 10 comes out this week, obviously.
You mean Ben 10?
Yeah, he already swiped his copy.
Do not miss issue 1. You will be sorry.
Marvel fan will answer that question about cheesesteaks in a minute. Neither.
Yeah, the answer generally to a Marvel fan is neither. But
yeah, we'll explain when the show's.
I shouldn't say that because I'm friends with Gino Vento. So
I went to high school with Frank Oliveri.
Okay, yeah.
So believe me, I know. But anyway, it is May the 4th. So we have no Star Wars items because of Ben 10. No, I'm kidding. Tons of Star Wars junk. We have Ben 10, of course, and some other Dynamite comics, but Ben 10 dwarfs them all. All right, so hang out. We'll be right back, and we will answer Marvel fans' question, and we will talk a little bit about Star Wars. All right, hang out. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. All right, to answer Marvel fan. So, Geno's or let me say,
Geno's and Pat's are probably the best known Philly cheesesteak places.
They're tourist
nationwide. They're for tourists. That's why when you see like a Geno's at a casino in Miami, or I think there's a Pat's in Vegas now. There's a Tony Luke's, and I'm friends with Tony Luke. There's a Tony Luke at some like showboat, not showboat. A casino
Tony
on
Luke's
a paddle
become
boat.
Kind of a tourist trap.
Yeah, it really has. And he doesn't even deny it. I mean, Tony's a spokesman with the company. He hasn't cooked in like 15 years, right. So he doesn't. But those are kind of tourist traps. If you're going to be in the Philly area, there's better places that you can go and not wait online for a half an hour.
So a few weeks back, I had a cousin come in to visit with his father, who's 90 plus. So it's nice to see them both. And he wanted to know where to get cheesesteaks. And he mentioned Pat's, and he mentioned Geno's, and he mentioned Jim's, right? And I told him, don't go to any of those places. They are absolutely tourist traps. So I sent him to, guess where I sent them? Donkeys in Camden.
Yeah.
So they are for tourists, the place that you mentioned. There are tons of great cheesesteak places. There is disagreement among people who live in the area where the best cheesesteak is.
My first pick is probably going to be, if we're going to talk about this a little bit, first pick is Angelo's. Danny Giampetro. I don't
think I've ever been there.
Well, he started in South Jersey. He did not start in Philadelphia. He started in Haddonfield.
I don't think I've ever been there.
This was before he had like Bradley Cooper making cheesesteaks with him. But Danny is an in-law of the Sarcone's bread family in Philadelphia. So he always had amazing bread. And he did some work for a meatpacking company in Philly. So they bring him nothing but the best. And he was that first guy that decided to kind of say,
you're talking about the Reading Terminal Market.
Use Cooper cheese, not American cheese or provolone. And now that's the standard in this part of the country. Seeded roll, which was not traditional, and Cooper sliced cheese, which was not traditional,
So-
and ribeye.
So my favorites are, of course, Goldbergers, Ryan Howie's in Medford. I go there a lot.
The truth of the matter is, you're right. Right now in 2026, as we're doing this show, the better cheesesteaks are in South Jersey, not Philadelphia, because real
People in
estate
Philly
prices.
would disagree with you.
You think there's a better cheesesteak?
I don't. I agree with you. But I'm saying people in Philly, like the guys in the back who all live across the bridge, we get in this argument all the time.
Why don't you bring them in and we'll discuss this now?
They leave at 6.
Oh, all right.
So that's
How
never
convenient
happening.
for them.
Yeah, right. So anyway,
I'll be.
what's
happy.
your favorite, Rob? I know you can't contribute.
Robbie, when you were in New York, did you have a cheesesteak? Because
I didn't. No, I did not. I had hot dogs. I had Jewish deli, and I had pizza, and I had Chinese food from Chinatown, and that was pretty much what I did.
New York is finally the last 2 years discovering the cheesesteak, and North Jersey as well. North Jersey is one good cheesesteak, and they take out an ad in the newspaper. Places in South Jersey, they yawn. That's nice, kid.
So one I have not had is Lilo's, because every time I want to go there, they're closed. So I can't ever get there.
That's because they sell to sell out, and then they go home.
I understand that. But
And
still,
sometimes they're closed in 2 hours.
so I have no opinion on Lilo's because I've never actually eaten a cheesesteak from them. Because I've never been able to. Every time I go, I always call first. A buddy of mine, umpire, he was doing a scrimmage for me, and he said, "Let's grab something to eat after." Right? And he wanted to go to Lilo's. I said, "You better call first." He called. They were closed.
Lilo's, there are some people that think Lilo's is the best cheesesteak in South Jersey. I'll tell you why they're mistaken. Because they use very good quality meat, and they use copious amounts of either New Yorker American cheese or Cooper cheese. So I have no problem with
I
either.
want to try them. But...
The problem is their bread.
Okay.
From what I understand, the owner has in-laws at, I won't name the bread place, but their bread place compared to my bread place is like a 2 out of 10.
So the one place I haven't tried is Baggio's, but Goldbergers gets their bread from Baggio.
Yes, that's
so
why Goldbergers
essentially
is
it's the same.
That's why Goldbergers is my number one, because I don't say Bellagio's just because they're my friends, and it sounds like I'm being a homer. But I'm also friends with the owner of Goldbergers, but I would say of places that are cheesesteak places, not bakeries, not sort of whatever. The best place.
Essentially, I see them as being the same.
They are the same. They are, because I know
the bread is so
they
important.
get the meat from the same place. They use the same exact cheeses, and they get the bread from the same place.
So it's essentially the same thing. So
the difference is Goldbergers uses an everything roll instead of a seeded roll.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, you want to know who invented the idea of an everything hoagie roll for cheesesteaks?
Who?
Marilyn, the lady who created South Jersey food
yeah.
scene. She was friends with the owners for years, and she loves everything. Right. Bagels, rolls, whatever.
So there you go, Marvel fan.
Well, now I know I've asked y'all this before, but I kind of forgot a little bit. But I don't really know cheesesteak, from Philly and the Jersey area, as well as y'all, obviously.
Don't call it steak and cheese, first of all.
Who called it steak and cheese?
Who called it a steak and cheese? But no, but my question was, I hear people all the time talk about like Cheese Whiz versus sliced cheese, like provolone versus this. Like, is there an official, or is that like a split thing too, where everybody has their own idea?
It's a split thing now. The traditional Philly cheesesteak, well, the first one said no cheese.
Right.
Then they added Cheese Whiz because it was cheap and it was bright, like attracted to the eye.
Right.
The meat was not. Now cheesesteaks are made out of ribeye here. A couple places do prime rib, which is kind of a waste of prime rib, or short rib, which is my favorite meat for a cheesesteak. It was whatever scrap meat they could get. The original Philly cheesesteak was whatever scrap meat was left over.
So was it one of those like cheap lunches or whatever from back in the day?
Yeah,
or something like
it
that?
was left. Yeah. It was usually leftover rolls, right? And the rolls were sort of brought back to life a little bit by the juice from the steak,
right?
And it was whatever leftover cuts the butcher couldn't sell, and you would literally just slap it on a grinder, and what it was what it was.
So the whiz is obviously not real cheese to begin with. So it used to be made that way. It still is in certain places. You can still order it. But I think that the newfangled, the new hip way to eat a cheesesteak is Cooper Shuck.
Cooper Sharp, which is it has the meltability of American, but a much more pronounced flavor.
A type of American?
See, I thought it was, but a few years back when I had my radio show, one of the people from Cooper Cheese was on the show when they were moving from upstate New York to Philadelphia. And she made it very clear that Cooper Cheese is many things, but it is not American.
Okay.
When I was younger, it was called Sharp American. But that's apparently, according to the person who works for the company, that's not the case. Right. They don't see it that way. They see it as a sort of proprietary cheese, the same way that weird cheese is in Baby Bells. You know those little red wax things? Yeah. Nobody knows what kind of cheese exactly that is.
Interesting.
It's
They're
Gruyere.
good, though. They're good though.
The little ones you could those were, to the surprise of no one, those were a movie snack many times for me.
So somebody asked a question, Marvel fan, what's the place that they ate in the movie Creed? I don't remember that scene.
You know what? Honestly, I don't know if I remember this scene. I don't. It
wasn't a restaurant.
According to the internet, it's Max's Steaks.
Okay. Max is another one of these institutions. If I had to go to a Philly place with a reputation,
right,
I would go to Max's because the cheesesteaks are still good. If it's after 10 o'clock at night, I'll go to Sonny's because there
really isn't even diners. They make decent cheesesteaks. I don't think anyone here really messed it up too bad. You know
Preston, you're not wrong with Miracle Whip, and I know that there are champions for Miracle Whip. There are people that will die on that field.
Dude, my family was a Miracle Whip family, and I always hated Miracle Whip, dude. Like,
well, it's not
the same, man.
If you talk about Miracle Whip as a condiment, hey, man, it's your money, it's your stomach. Do whatever you want to do. When you compare it to mayonnaise, we're talking about apples and oranges.
It's a whole different flavor. It's got this weird sweet tanginess to it or something.
Closer to what the British call salad cream than actual mayonnaise. And I know that upsets people. Look, man, eat whatever you want. But I'm just telling you, from like a culinary point of view, it is not mayonnaise. It's just not. It's not an aioli, and it's not anything in the sort of mayonnaise family.
I'm okay with it. I'll be honest. I don't buy it, but if you put it on a sandwich, I'm eating.
Oh, here's Corey. See,
I really don't.
I knew somebody was going to pop up. There's always going to be like Miracle
Whip. To me,
Whip.
It's interchangeable.
I wouldn't say interchangeable, but I understand people liking it. I have a homie that swears by. You know how like you used to make like bologna sandwiches, you'd put like your Doritos on them and crunch them up or whatever, right? Yeah. He's like bologna sandwich, Miracle Whip, and Cool Ranch Doritos. Bro, that is the worst sandwich I've ever had in my life.
So wait a minute. So I will say this. So my ex-wife sent me to the supermarket. She was making something. I don't even remember what it was. Maybe it was devil eggs.
Now, was this a deal where you came back and she was gone? Well, is that why she's your ex-wife?
No, but she sent me to get mayo, right? And I grabbed Miracle Whip. Because it was all the stuff I had to buy. She freaked out and actually got in the car and went back out to the supermarket to get the mayonnaise. I go, what the hell's the difference? She goes, it's not mayonnaise. I go, dude, everyone's going to eat so many deviled eggs. No one will notice after the first 5. Okay.
Well, that's like when you put
so
out the
deviled eggs are like beers. Like after like a few of them, it doesn't matter.
The craft beer goes out in hour 1 and maybe 2. By hour 3, you're drinking Blue. I'm sorry,
but she freaked out, and I'm like, "What is the big deal? We're talking about mayonnaise." She kept insisting it's not mayonnaise.
It's not mayonnaise.
I'm like, whatever.
It is not mayonnaise. It is a salad dressing, but it is not mayonnaise.
Yeah, I find myself in a weird spot because Miracle Whip is really polarizing. And I don't get into that. If you want to eat it, eat it. I'm coming. I don't. And I think
legally they can't call it mayonnaise, right?
Yeah, legally they can't call it mayonnaise because it's just not. To legally be mayonnaise in this country, you have to have certain amounts of egg. You know what I mean? And Miracle Whip just doesn't. It just doesn't. It's various forms of oil and other type of substances or whatever.
Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is just basically egg whites in oil. right?
Yeah, but that can be more
well,
like
I make it as egg yolks and egg whites. You know.
yeah, but like mayonnaise could actually like homemade mayonnaise in particular is a little bit better than like Miracle Whip is like it's like he said, like all kinds of vegetable oils and stuff like that, like stuff that you probably wouldn't like just want to scarf down. I'll eat eggs and oil on their own, but you know.
Preston, I would never ever eat margarine.
See, margarine is not one of the things like the Nazis invented or something.
It's
so
classic.
Miracle Whip to mayonnaise is like margarine to butter.
Yeah, I just don't. No, I can't. I just can't. And I'll tell you, the same way if you have mayonnaise and you make your own, it's going to taste better. And I've discovered that with butter. I started putting a little bit of flake salt and some Amish cream, and I'm just sitting there shaking. And I'm doing it just because I want to see if it works. And it doesn't work, and it doesn't work. And then you watch something on TV, and you kind of forget about your shaking. And then all of a sudden you look down, and there's butter in your hand in the little round thing. You unscrew it, and it's super tasty.
There is something I always wanted to try.
If I'm not going to make my own mayonnaise, Japanese mayonnaise is what I use.
There is something I want to try in Australia.
Okay. Nice, Marvel fan.
Vegemite?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I want to try it at least.
It's
Dude,
compost.
I've tried some of that stuff. It's actually pretty good. It's not
compost in a jar. I'm not eating that.
You're such a snob.
You know who called me a snob? The guy who owns Good Day Gourmet, the food truck from Australia. He's like, you like my sausage rolls? They're great.
I heard it's really
he owns that business
Vegemite.
with Jordan Mayada.
I heard it's really good for you, Vegemite.
You know what? I'll live less as long as I don't have to eat that. I'll make it up. I'll make up the time somewhere else. I'm not. I don't. It's the same thing. Like for people who like matcha, you should. If you like matcha, you should absolutely get it every time you want it. I don't like lawn clippings in my latte, so that's going to be a no for me. That's a hard pass.
Matcha is just the ground up powder version of green tea.
Yeah, there's like 3 things I like in coffee: cream,
Yeah, I
sugar,
wouldn't get it in coffee.
and whiskey.
I've had matcha like tea bags, which is fine.
Well, Corey, mayonnaise on burgers. First of all, that came from California in the 50s.
Canada, I thought.
That came from. And the other thing is too, mayonnaise. And I say this to people: mayonnaise is the base of a lot of the sauces you like.
Yes.
And I don't want to speak for the entire South because I'm zero qualifications to do that. But I understand in the South they'll always have something called like a comeback sauce or a touchdown sauce, especially in their food truck world. And it basically is a blend of mayonnaise with hot sauce and ketchup and whatever they have in their truck. Now, restaurants, it might be different. It also might be more proprietary.
Yeah, but that's the building block of the modern burger, right? Is like mayonnaise and like spice, like doing your own kind of thing with it and making your own sauce. Yeah. I like a horseradish mayo personally when I'm doing my burgers and stuff. I like a horseradish mayo. I like to whip that up.
Horseradish is very good. Yeah.
But typically I just want onion, pickle, and mustard, yellow mustard. That's all I want on a hamburger typically, man. It's good stuff.
Corey, I agree with you. I don't know if I had a burger. Like, let's just say we're at like Robbie's house and he's busted out these amazing burgers. I don't know if I would just grab a butter knife and slab a bunch of mayonnaise on that. It would have to be like with a variety of other things.
So I'll be honest. When I'm making a sandwich, one side is mustard, the other side is mayonnaise.
For me on sandwiches, it depends on what the sandwich is. Like if I'm having a roast beef sandwich, I will absolutely have mustard on one side, and I'll mix up a little horseradish with mayonnaise and put it on the other side.
There you go.
Obviously, you need mayonnaise if you're going to have chicken salad, egg salad, whatever salad you're going to have. You kind of need some mayonnaise for that. I don't know about other parts of the country, but here we're fairly close to various pockets of Amish Mennonite type communities. Mm-hmm. Ham salad is real big. They'll take the ends of
sheets, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they'll take the end of
My
like a country ham or something
between two pieces of bread.
Yeah, now what they do is they just throw it in a food processor, blitz it, and they'll add. Most places will add mayonnaise, mustard, chopped pickles. Robbie just mentioned pickles, and they'll just smear that on bread. And I've watched our local Amish market in Medford. I've watched them put out 12 ham salad sandwiches, and while I'm sitting there, they just go. because it's not available in a lot of places.
Yeah,
People will come down there for like 3 things they can't find anywhere else unless they drive out to Lancaster or the Armstrong.
So, sheet ham salad, it was pre-made. The sandwich, I picked one up. I thought it was good. A little salty for my taste.
Well, it's ham, so yeah, it's going to be salty. It's just...
Yeah, my daughter would not even touch it. She told me it looked like dog food between 2 slices of bread.
Well, there's certain foods that have not translated generationally. Chipped beef. There's a certain age level where the majority of the market, it's a pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of foods that were very common, like at family dinners in the 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s, that you just like the tuna noodle casserole and things like that. Do families still make that? Like
tuna helper.
Tuna helper. There was an episode of a show on Food Network, and this is how you know how right Robbie is. They literally did an episode of a show that was like, whatever happened to casseroles? And they talked about nobody has that anymore. They had chicken noodle casserole, tuna noodle casserole, and all these recipes.
Probably now because we know more about sodium and things like that.
Yeah, I mean,
they would just put a bunch of canned stuff in it.
But a lot of this stuff very much was, growing up, one of the reasons my dad didn't let my mom cook very often is it would be scraps of chicken that my dad meant for the dog, and it would be a can of chicken noodle soup, and it would be like a fistful of egg noodles. My dad would come home and he'd look at me like, what did you do? Why are we eating this? And I was like, but that was,
I would agree with what you just
I hate to
said
say
about
this,
generational.
This sounds real sexist, but a lot of these recipes were traditionally in women's magazines from the 70s, right? Red
50s,
Book,
60s, 70s.
Ladies' Home Journal, and it's sort
or
of
on
like
the back of packaging, right? To like sell your Jell-O or to sell your elbow macaroni or whatever it was, right?
And they would
to sell your big block of processed cheese.
Yeah, these recipes were marketed primarily to homemakers, which in that era were overwhelmingly women. So you would open up Red Book and there would be stories about like women's clothes and women's issues and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden there'd be some recipe for like, throw all your leftovers that don't stink in a casserole, add a can of soup and throw it in the oven.
I don't believe they make tuna helper anymore.
Do they still make hamburger helper?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they still make hamburger helper. I think they even still make chicken helper now.
People are enjoying it. If people are enjoying it, play on. It's 6:24. We're going to go to our break.
Yeah, we are.
We'll be back in a few minutes to tell you exactly how many issues of Ben 10 each person must buy.
We're going to tell you about how to keep your cholesterol down.
What? yeah, they believe that. Yes, I'll be here with cholesterol and more Nadella talk.
It is still around. It is not at the ShopRite that I go to, but that's good to know.
Oh, nice, Preston. I didn't know that. We'll be back. Jay, if you want to take us out real quick.
Hang out.
Symphonic verses. Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, People spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
That'd be really great. Thanks.
Lived in Atlantic City because,
All right, we are back. So the giveaway of the night is Star Wars Poe Dameron, #1 Rebel cover sketch by Tracy Medina.
Nice. Tracy, are you in the chat? This is very cool.
Yeah, this is one of her best ones, I think.
This kind of has like Clone Wars energy. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been watching Clone Wars since about 4:30 this morning. And I kind of like the aesthetic. It's not quite the Gennady Tartarov aesthetic, but it's very cool. I like this.
All right. So as always, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so a $40 retail or higher. And as always, we got it for $5. Then we have Dynamic Forces Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s. Or 2 metal covers, or 1 of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we have for $85. All right, so let's get to the non-Star Wars books first. All right, so sketch covers.
The best movie with Kurt Russell. That's Not the Thing.
Or Escape from New York.
If you're going to kind of put those movies off to the side a little bit, my personal favorite is Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, yeah, Big Trouble's pretty good.
But I have to go with Tombstone.
Tombstone's great.
In terms of acting.
He's really had a pretty big, major career.
His performances with Val Kilmer in that movie are amazing.
Also, his performance as Elvis in the John Carpenter directed television Elvis movie is actually pretty good too. And the computer wore tennis shoes. Don't sleep on that one.
I was going to say, man, if this guy's had a super long career. I mean, the other night I watched watched Monarch on Apple TV, and I'm thinking
worst movie he's ever been in. Not a Herbie movie. I got it for you. Tango and Cash.
Yeah, Tango and Cash.
That was bad. First of all,
I don't know, man. I would throw Soldier maybe into the worst Kurt Russell film.
No, I like that movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Or definitely Escape from L.A. We could.
Well, that was.
You could make the Escape to L.A. argument, especially when you consider here was Escape to New York, and how far is that fall off?
Yeah,
Astronomy has to mention that. It's so big enough.
I thought Soldier was all right. I really did.
Well, I need to rewatch. A good point. Soldier has the Blade Runner vibe.
Yeah, it does.
And I guess if you think of it as taking place in the Blade Runner universe, it's less sucky. I mean, this guy's had a super long career. Well, he was probably in movies we're forgetting. The truth of the matter is, I read a story about Kurt Russell when he was a little boy. Mm. Walt Disney picked him out of a crowd of people and said he was going to be like one of Hollywood's biggest stars before Walt Disney died. And I don't know if you would say Kurt Russell is one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but that guy has acted for, I think, 60 years
Yeah, it's
plus.
about right.
And like I said, I'm watching Monarch, and I'm thinking, Kurt Russell's doing a good job in this show, and he didn't need to work. He could just sit home, those residuals coming in. Every time somebody like me, turns on Sky High, he's getting paid.
That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. I really enjoyed Sky High.
Sky High came out at that time when we were transitioning from Heroes on TV to the Marvel Universe. There's like this gap there where you weren't sure if they were going to fall off. Like the first season of Heroes was amazing, right? Then you had a writer's strike, and they did not want to make the characters too powerful. Oh, it's too hard for the writers. Well, get better writers then. Because I got a zillion writers on my social media feeds that have no problems writing good stories with really powerful characters.
Let's do shout outs. I did not do that. And once again, the giveaway of the night is Star Wars.
Christmas Chronicles. I forgot about that. And the funny thing is I watch that every Christmas. My wife loves those movies.
Is Star Wars Poe Dameron #1 Rebel cover sketch by Tracy Medina.
This is very cool. Make sure everybody, this is the giveaway.
Yeah, this is the giveaway.
Do the hashtag, whatever. Especially today. Somebody wants to win this.
All right. So, Space Case, what's going on? Marvel fan, of course. Bar Lord.
I almost forget about Christmas Chronicles or whatever it is.
Mike Asbill.
And then my wife reminds me, go check our Christmas playlist. And there it is. And I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Every year I forget Kurt Russell plays Santa.
Make 2. Hey, what's going on, buddy? It's been a while. Let's see. Who else? CJ, of course. Bar Lord. Preston. Who else? Let's see. Easy, what's happening, bud? Let me see. K Green Bear, what's happening, man?
The best way I can describe Ben 10 for people who haven't read it yet, obviously,
CVB.
is this. It's as good as Joe Casey. It's as good as anything else Joe Casey's done for Dynamite. And I think if you look at what Joe Casey's done for Dynamite, that sort of tells you. I mean, this is, in one issue, this is very cool.
Corey, what's up, bud? Let's see. Did I miss anyone? I'm not sure.
Death Proof. Now, that's a pairing you wouldn't have expected way back when. Quentin Tarantino and Kurt Russell.
Maya Blue X, what's happening? Welcome back.
And if you watch the shorter version of Death Proof, like, because they both Death Proof and Planet Terror, of course, we knew they were put together as a double feature, but they've been released.
Right?
Yeah, and exactly. And they've been released individually, and they've all been a little bit longer. Planet Terror, the extended edition, works. The extended edition on Deathstroke or Death Proof doesn't work as well. So the best way to watch Death Proof is in the Grindhouse original double feature format.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 100%.
Unknown, what's happening, bud?
And some movies just work that way, man. That's why the editor, whoever cuts these movies or whatever, I'll say this: I'm very glad Death Proof received the longer cut. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily call it a director's cut. I don't know what they call it, but I'm glad we got that. I'm one of the few people that likes the Hateful Eight. Most people hate the Hateful Eight.
I like the Hateful Eight too.
I asked them, did you see the 2.5 hour movie, or did you see the 4 hour 4-episode version that was up on Netflix or something?
Dude, I never watched that actually. Was that good?
To me, it got much better when it got longer. I almost felt like Hateful Eight should have been like a 1-season show.
The crazy woman was she was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, what's her name? Rachel.
Yeah,
Diane Russell? No.
Franklin? Jennifer Janet.
Jennifer Jason Lee.
Jennifer Jason Lee.
Thank you. Tate Prime, what's up, bud? All right. So Robbie,
I love Fast Times. That's a good movie, man. You know, and when I watched it, my VHS copy, there was a certain moment that eventually got worn out in the tape. I just don't remember what scene that was, though.
Well, the good news is, you being Robbie, someone will bring it to you at the store when they come and they pay their birthday homage. This is a reminder, everybody, it's Robbie's birthday week. Go to Amazon. And did you post the link to your wish list yet?
I think, yeah, I did on my Facebook page like a couple weeks ago. Maybe.
Okay, go check that out and click and send Robbie something. He always appreciates it.
Oh, thank you.
What is the movie tonight, bud?
Well, it is Robbie week, as John said, so that kicks off Crew's choice, but I always go first because it's my birthday pick. And for my birthday, I'm picking Night Riders, a very much underseen, underappreciated, underknown George A. Romero film starring Ed Harris. Ed Harris in his first starring role. So really cool movie. I love it. It's a bit long. It's not for everybody, but I think it's worth watching. Such an oddity.
I really feel like I've seen this movie.
Well, I would say this from what I've heard about the movie, and this is a movie, I have a very short list of filmmakers and creators that I really like and movies of theirs that I haven't seen. This is my George Romero movie. And from what everybody has told me to enjoy this, you have to sort of put the dead, quote unquote, out of your mind. Right? And you just have to kind of accept the movie.
Yeah, it's nothing like his other movies, it's not horror at all. So it's about a traveling Renaissance fair of sorts, right? And the leader of it, he actually tries to live by the code of chivalry and Arthurian legend, right? He takes it very seriously. He wears armor. He's referred to as their king. They live like they're a little kingdom. They have knights. They all wear armor. Instead of horses, they're on motorcycles. And so they do these, when they travel from town to town, they do these jousting battles on motorcycles in knights of armor. And it becomes like a big spectacle. And it's actually, thematically, it's about holding on to the root core of something, of an art, of artistry versus the commercialization of it. It's actually a really good movie, y'all.
I'll tell you right now, jousting on motorcycles sounds like a sport that should be on between the UFC and Power Slap.
Yes.
Right here is jousting on motorcycles. And then I would assume the big Saturday night sporting event in a better universe is rollerball.
Ooh, rollerball.
I love rollerball. Not the remake so much.
No, the remake was brutal.
The remake had the Dollar General Keanu Reeves, and I can't have that.
Yeah, you're talking about the guy from American Pie.
Chris Klein.
Chris Klein,
His courage,
the Dollar Tree Keanu Reeves. I like that.
The original with James Caan.
Oh, that was awesome.
That's a very cool movie.
So subtle. Who's the antagonist?
Houseman? Richard
yes,
Houseman?
Yes.
The scene where he has to tell him, let me explain to you how the world really works. And if you rewatch a clip of that speech, it's like he's talking about 2026.
Oh, I know.
Why do you think governments are in charge? It's like the whole thing he does, right? Where he lets you know there's a handful of corporations that control everything. And we do rollerball to keep you idiots watching this instead of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like an indictment of, this sort of corporatocracy type thing.
So many things
and
about
people's mindless devotion to sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, I'm wishing there was a real life version of rollerball I could watch. I'd subscribe to that channel. So I think I'm probably missing the point of, bread and circuses. That's essentially the term bread and circuses is essentially the foundation of that movie. My guess is when someone's pitching that, they're going to be like, it's bread and circuses, but the future.
No, I thought it was a great theme, a storyline. You don't want him to become too much of a star because it goes against what they're trying to accomplish. And then he goes out and does it anyway. I think it was prophetic, if you will.
That movie was referenced in what was called an attack piece, and probably somewhat fairly, on the UFC. UFC was built on very cool personalities and fight styles. And now the UFC, so that they can pay everybody minimum wage, give them pennies on the dollar in terms of merch sales or any of that other stuff, they sort of make sure that, everybody's roughly like a 500 fighter. Right. You win a few, you lose a few. Up until a few years ago, the matchmaker used to sort of book fights on the base of keeping everyone sort of level. And the tip-off used to be when Dana White would say, oh, if you lose this fight, you won't be fired. which is essentially the guy's sotto voce way of saying, or subtle way of saying, just job, man. Just job. You'll be fine.
All right. So the sketch covers of the night. I broke it up so there is a Star Wars section,
Roller derby,
which has a little bit of everything. Roller derby was 70s, I guess, right?
We have roller derby in Lumberton.
Do we really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was
one of the ladies that does my wife's hair is a rollerball player.
A roller derby.
Roller derby player. I'm sorry, roller derby player. Because my wife was getting her hair done in there one day. My wife has bright purple hair, so it's a multi-hour process. One night, there's a whole bunch of these girls in there. And they were all getting their hair done, all these crazy colors for the launch of their season.
Ah. I did not know that. I'd like to go see one.
Well, and my wife said it too, these were like big athletic women. She was lucky they didn't say, hey, Nana, step off. We need the chair. But they were very nice. And
they want people to watch. They need a fan base. All right. So first up, we have something from Jessica Court.
Oh, cool. Fun fact from Steve, by the way.
New Gods #1 with Big Barda, cover sketch by Jessica Court.
Nice.
It's just a retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. All right, then we have Dawn DC Flash #1 with Grodd, cover sketch by Silverback and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Nice one.
Yeah, fair warning.
What?
If this doesn't get bought, don't look for it again.
You'll know where it is. There's no rack. So it's hidden on my desk amongst billions of comics.
Amongst other books you have for me.
I do have that one for
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man #1 with Spider-Man versus Mysterio cover sketch. By Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza.
Tiny little bit of Ditko energy in here, right? The way he's throwing that punch.
MSRP of $149.99, and we've got it for $65.
And for people reading the most recent incarnation of the Ultimate Universe, it's nice to see Mysterio kind of get a very cool sort of Ultimate Mysterio is infinitely more interesting than regular.
All right, so we have a new artist that Mariano brought in, and his name is Joe Mangini, and he does the next one, which is the Incredible Hulks #635 with Hulk cover sketch in the rain. Suggested retail of $149.99, but I've done the IP new artist price again of $45.
This is very, very cool.
And I am tempted to do this again. Every time we have a new artist on the show, I lower all sketch covers to $45. So I'm going to do it.
Warlord, you're right. I think the original Ultimate line of comics sort of is like you caught a moment in time, right? It was lightning in the bottle, the creators, the storytelling, even the lettering. It was all very new. And from what I understand, according to Brian Michael Bendis and a couple other people, they basically let them do the Ultimate Universe because, like, I guess Revlon or Sony or whatever was getting ready to turn off the lights and shut the door. Brian Bendis has told this story at multiple conventions where literally he's working in an office and he's got like a heated blanket around his legs
Because they turn off.
because for 2/3 of the Marvel offices, the bullpen or whatever, it's just dark. There was no heat. You know what I mean? Like there was like a handful of people working and nobody really cared. So when they came up with the Ultimate Universe and Ultimate Spider-Man, these Ultimate characters, they were like, do what you want, man. And it caught on. Now they're trying to do it. And I love the Ultimate Universe. I really do. Some of the Ultimate versions, I'm 100% convinced there are multiple Ultimate versions that are better than the original. However, this Ultimate Universe incarnation is not good. And I guess, as Sparlord said, they're pulling the plug early. For whatever reason, it didn't work. It was kind of a semi-cool idea, but...
Well, the problem is it did work, but then Marvel decided to finally actually commit to their agreement to a creator, because Hickman said, I'll come in, but we're going to do this for 2 years and it will be done. And they committed to that. I feel like there's going to be something on the horizon. Honestly, if you go back, Ultimate Black Panther is the best Black Panther book in years. Ultimate Spider-Man is way better than the mainline Spider-Man book. And I just recently did Ultimate Spider-Man or X-Men is very different than your typical X-Men, but if you don't mind that and you are a fan of Peach Momoko, especially if you're like the manga influenced stuff,
You got it, Steve.
Nice, Steve.
you'll definitely like
Yeah,
that one.
and
The Ultimates is pretty solid too, especially if you like Dennis Camp's work. But the problem is they pulled the plug on it, which was part of the initial plan. I do believe it's going to continue on, but why would you undercut your best? It'd be like if DC's like, yeah, everybody, we're really selling the heck out of Absolute Batman and stuff right now, so we're canceling it. Like, why would you do that? Like,
my Blue X, yeah, I'll do that for you, buddy. Why not? All right, so
to me, the best way to describe the Ultimate Universe right now is it's very uneven. Ultimate Black Panther is amazing, right? Ultimate X-Men is, for me, it's not the X-Men. If you don't mind that, the book is beautifully drawn, and there's a market for that. I'm just not the market for that book. That doesn't bother me at all. I hope they sell a ton of copies. Ultimate Wolverine has been good and bad and good and bad and good and bad.
That's the one I didn't really vibe with, was the Wolverine.
So I'll do that for anyone else. If you want to get 2 or more sketch covers tonight, I'll do them for $40 each. All right. So, and all sketch covers are at $45 tonight.
That all being said, this Hulk cover is insane, man. This is so good. This gives me like Scott Morse kind of vibe. A little Where the Wild Things Are.
So,
I like
where this cover took me?
Maya, if you would please, because it makes Amy happy, and we all want Amy to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
I suffer when Amy's not happy.
The last thing we need is Amy coming in here for a little talk about.
Yeah, we don't want that. None of us want that. So, okay, thank you, Maya.
Thank you. I'll tell you where this cover's taken me, and maybe it's just the way my weird brain works.
Your brain is weird.
No, I'm picturing the Hulk sitting in the rain with a dove in his hand, doing Rutger Hauer's speech from Blade Runner, but sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it.
These
gamma-induced memories will fade away in time.
Yeah. I was thinking about how he does the whole thing, and the way the artist kind of gave the kind of face and somewhat dead eyes of the Hulk. That's the first thing it took me to.
Right.
It took me to that moment where Decker is just, of course, flat on his back, and he's just listening, and Rutger Hauer goes into his thing, and I got to tell you. I've watched zillions of movies in my life, and I think that
was significant.
That scene where he does that,
you have to admit,
I have not seen.
Significant.
That was almost like a
Blade Runner was such a great movie.
Well, you had the music.
Yeah, it was
the music, the look, the vibe, everything about it. So dark, so melancholy. Like, wow. And then they ruined it, remember? By putting all that narration in there, man. We actually didn't get a good version of that film for a while.
I understand they were trying to kind of maybe give some kind of weird Raymond Chandler-esque type vibe with the narration. The narration is not good. Tate, I just wrote an article very recently about how Rutger Hauer essentially wrote the whole speech himself and had that in mind. And he was like, look, this is the way we're going to do this. And it was one of those things where he pitches it and everybody is like, dude, you're a genius. Let's go with this. And I think if you watch Blade Runner right now, again, you're kind of seeing this world reflected in the real world of who's really in charge, who's calling the shots, who's making the decisions. Less and less, it seems like you and I are.
Right.
And more, it just seems like, well, there's like about a dozen guys racing to be like the first trillionaire on Earth, and maybe 100 companies that are making all the decisions for 6.5 billion people.
All right, so last couple that are non-Star Wars, Batman number 655 with action figure Batman and cover sketch by Tracy Medina.
Nice.
MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45 as well. Then last one, I love this one. Mars Attacks, number 1 with Martian cover sketch by Will Torres and Joconda Hernandez. MSRP for $149.99, and we have this one for $45.
This is
You
amazing.
know what every Mars Attacks cover reminds me of now?
What?
I've been traumatized by that Red Sonja cover where she kind of cuts their head off, but it's just like a clean slice. It's like a clean slice through the glass, and you see the brain.
I love that. That's great.
All right.
Please tell me this glows in the dark.
I haven't tried it. I don't check things in the dark, John.
Of all the things I've asked Nick for in our long and unpleasant for him history, the thing I have the least likely chance of getting is a glow in the dark cover.
Tracy, what's going on? How are you? All right. The giveaway tonight is something you did.
Tracy must have heard us talking about her stuff.
Just so you know. So, all right, let's do these. Are one more pass and they go away. Witchblade number 20. And I have that for $4.
Oh, wait, when are we supposed to take our next break, Jay?
Jay, we'll take it at the beginning of the hour.
Okay.
G.I. Joe number 21, Ben Oliver, cover C. Have that for $4.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. That's a very cool cover.
All right. So then we have Scorch number 50, cover A. These were on last Monday or last Wednesday. I'm not sure now. I forget. Have that for $5. Then I have Diablo number 1. Have that for $5. The Fresh Poo of Bel Air. I cannot believe this is still here. Have this for $10.
I have not seen this.
This is
before.
ridiculous. This is hilariously cool, man. Look at that.
All right.
Poos just don't understand, man. You know.
Don't bother.
All right. So then these are new. We have DCKO Boss Battle number 1, Dan Mora, second print. Have this for $6.
Like a Brady Bunch homage.
All right. Then we have the Rocketeer number 1, foil virgin facsimile. Sorry if the color is off. The foils do not scan well. I have this for $10. Then I have the Punisher number 3, color block variant. Have that.
Tate wants poo.
There you go.
And that's
Tate.
a good
Marcus,
pickup, man.
what's up?
Tate, that is a solid pickup. I like to
You
see
got
that.
it, Tate. All right. So what do we got next? All right. So then we have Red Roots number 1, cover A by Lorenzo Di Felici.
Oh, Preston, that's a great question. Preston just says Tracy how she was on Legion of Superheroes, which is one of the things I've asked Mariano to have her draw. But he's told me I've made too many suggestions.
Gee, I can't imagine why you'd say that. All right.
You know, there's only so many things the artist can draw, right?
Untrue.
Well, it's funny because he said to me, it takes them longer to draw stuff than for you to make it up in your head, which I have to be honest is kind of fair.
All right. So Red Roots number 1, cover F by Mike Mignola. Have that for $5. Ooh, Tracy has a YouTube channel. Check it out, people. When you have time.
Oh.
Text John, Preston. That's how you do it.
I'm going to make a suggestion in John's place.
So then Wonder Woman Truth number 1. Have that for $6. And then we get to these Star Wars items. Here we go.
Although honestly, after the Hourman cover, I can't really pester him anymore because Hourman's a pretty obscure character for a cover sketch.
I'm sure it won't stop you at some point.
No, I got that one.
Yeah, but eventually you'll start again.
How are you on Nexus? Mike Barron and Steve Rude's Nexus.
All right. Star Wars number 1, signed by Mike Mayhew.
Oh, very cool, Jay. I've seen a few clips on, I think, Instagram where she's drawing. It's very cool. I love watching the creators do their stuff.
We should have Tracy do it on our show one time. All right.
I don't think she lives like close enough to.
No,
okay.
Yeah, remotely.
I was gonna say it's not like Ken Hazer where the poor guy has
That's
to
like
sit.
neither do I, John. I don't. I make it. I'm here.
Every Monday.
I don't know if you want to weigh in on drawing on the show, man.
All right. MSRP of $29.99. We have this one for $15 in honor of May the 4th. Then Star Wars number 0, signed by Mike Mayhew.
See, I really like the Star Wars, and I know a lot of Star Wars fans, they are not down with this. I thought this sort of like
You got it, Tate.
original version was very cool.
All right. Gotcha, Tate. You're good. All right. Then we have Star Wars number 2, signed by Alex Ross. MSRP of $150. And we have tonight for $99.
Very cool. Alex
That's right.
Ross sketch for
Star Wars
$99
special.
on Star Wars. That's great.
All right. Then we have Star Wars number 1, signed by Alex Segura.
If my friend hadn't already given me an Alex Ross signed book, I would have said, just leave that off to the side, but I don't want to be greedy.
MSRP of $49.99, and we have this one for $18 tonight. And Star Wars number 1, logo variant, signed Silver Signature Series, signed by Alex Segura. MSRP of $69.99, and we have this one for $28. Ooh, Preston's claiming the Alex Ross. You got it, Preston.
Saving it for my trunk.
Drive. Oh, yeah, Mike. Be careful when you drive and watch the show, man.
Oh, with glow-in-the-dark covers. You see that? Mike knows what's up.
All right. Then we have Star Wars Age of Rebellion, Princess Leia, number 1, signed by Terry and Rachel Dotson. MSRP of $39.99. We have this one for $12. Then we have Chewbacca, number 1, AOD exclusive cover, signed by Dale Keown. MSRP of $69.99, and we have this one for $20.
Dale Keown, Chewy. That's cool.
I was going to say, now I'm thinking, now I want to see a Chewie book done where he's drawn like Pitt.
All right, Tate's claiming Leia 1. Gotcha, Tate.
That Alex Segura book with the black cover is very cool. There's something very Star Wars about that, where it's just black, the blue logo, his signature. If you're a signature person, I would absolutely. And yeah, we've told people that pretty much since the beginning of the show. Preston just hit the nail on the head.
Right.
We used to talk about that to people all the time. Look, you can go to a con and get an artist to sign this, or you can send it away, ship it, pack it, return shipping. They'll get to it when they get to it. You know what I mean? It's not like a super high priority or anything.
Exactly.
I have some stuff for Tom Stagowski to sign, and there's like certain windows that I missed the window because now he's got, Kid Hellboy and like 3 other things coming out. So now I have to probably wait till November. I found a very rare copy of a children's book he did. And his response when I texted him and said, "Hey, can you sign this for me?" He's like, "I almost forgot I wrote that book."
All right. Next up, we got Star Wars Thrawn, Alliances number 1, signed by Patrick Olaf.
Wow, that's cool.
MSRP of $39.99, and we have this one for $12. All right. Then we have Star Wars Rebel Heist number 1, signed by Matt Kinn. And MSRP of $69.99. And
Smart, Mike. That's real smart.
Yeah. Good, Mike.
Driving over here, I saw somebody doing that. Literally, I'm driving down Union Mill Road, and I see the person's car just start going over the side.
You can always tell.
And I can see the steering wheel, and I don't know if they're trying to get a cell phone signal, and the phone's in the air or whatever. And I'm like, what is so important that you can't pull over and text or just wait till you get home?
Yeah, I agree. All right,
Whatever.
So non-signed Star Wars books. First up, you got, what time is it? Oh, Jay, should we take our second break?
Jay's probably...
Yeah, Tate, all signed comics come with COA. No worries on that. All right. So we're going to take our next break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Hang out. We're having fun.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So.
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form. Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Alberto, what's up, bud? All right.
I'll tell you what's up. Giant Size Savage Tales. And if you have not gotten this, I'm kind of giving you like the side eye. Like, why don't you have this?
That was a good book, man. I enjoyed it.
The week came out.
David Avalone. Yeah, but
you missed that show. You were hanging out to shore or something.
Let me ask you a question. Knowing how I terrorize Dynamite creators, how many issues ahead of the Gulliver on Mars story do you think I am? Compared to what's in the comics?
I have no idea. Probably far enough ahead we don't even know what's coming.
There's a point where I was like on issue 8 of Herculoids, and I think we were pushing issue 3 on the sales. So what happens next? Nick won't mind if you tell me. So what happens next?
All right. So then we have Star Wars Shadow of Maul, #1. And we got that for $5. Then Star Wars Vader Down, #1, DF exclusive cover. MSRP of $19.99. And we've got it for $15 tonight. Then
Marcus said he had a meeting with Nick's lawyer.
And then,
I'm just thinking, every time I think of a lawyer for Nick, I'm thinking of Saul Goodman. That's who I want to be Nick's lawyer.
All right, so then we have Star Wars Vader Down, #1, DF black and white, exclusive cover. MSRP of $19.99, and we have this one for $15.
And I notice the older Vader gets, the better he was. You see the last 2 episodes of Maul?
No.
I got them. I got what I wanted.
Right?
I got what I wanted at the end of
John,
episode
you
9.
should know I don't watch animation ever, and I don't have Disney Plus anymore. I canceled all that. Remember?
Oh, that's right. You canceled Disney Plus. They gave me what I wanted. Maul is running around, crying the blues, wow, 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 whatever. I just wait for these characters to get to the point where their drama becomes so tiresome to me. I wait to hear the Imperial music. Because in a lot of these cartoons, I'm just waiting. Fun's fun. And then Vader comes home. And it's like, there's this great scene in Maul in episode 9 where people just start disappearing in the fog. And like, maybe it's a monster or something. It is, but not the kind of Star Wars monster you were expecting. And if people haven't watched Maul, shame on you. You should have been doing that today. It would have taken you 5 hours.
All right. So next up, we have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge: Echoes of the Empire, #1 by Phil Noto.
Yeah, Alberto, Maul is a blast. I've enjoyed that. Some of the shows, the Star Wars TV, some of it I was, I could do without. Maul, I very much enjoy.
All right. Then we have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge: Echoes of the Empire, #1 by Eric Timmons. Have that for $4.99. All right. Then we have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge: Echoes of the Empire, #1 by Lionel Yu. And we have this cover price as well.
That's a really dope cover right there.
And I will say this, for all the kind of Star Wars people that love to have these chats about who's more powerful than who, for years I would see Darth Maul was more powerful than Darth Vader, blah, blah, blah. No, he is not. And they sort of put that argument to bed. No, he is not. Very cool. Love Darth Maul. I hope they do a season 2. More powerful than Vader? No. No, he's not.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge: Echoes of the Empire, #1 by M. Gist.
Oh, this is nice.
And we have this one cover price as well. Then we have Star Wars Shadow Maul, #2 Virgin variant. Have this at cover price of $4.99. Then Star Wars Shadow of Maul, #2 by M. Gist. Have this for $4.99 as well. And then Star Wars Shadow of Maul, #2 by Derek Chu. Have this at cover price as well. All right, so sketch covers. I have 2 Star Wars related. So we got Connecting 4 cover sketch Star Wars annual #1 set by Ken Hazer.
Holy cow, this is awesome.
MSRP $299.99. Tonight we have it for $150.
Wow, that's awesome.
You got to buy it as the set. We can't break this up.
You got to buy all 4, man.
Nobody wants to buy just the shoulder, So we got to make sure to sell all 4, guys. Let's go.
All right. So then Star Wars
so
Obi-Wan
cool, man.
Anakin's cover sketch by Dan Neilinger.
Oh, wow. That's very cool.
MSRP of $149.99. We have this for $65. But since all sketch covers are $45 tonight, I'll make this one $45 as well.
Nice. We all know this moment too. That's the whole, you are my brother, Anakin.
Anakin.
Yeah.
Nope.
So it's
and now I make sure you get a good parking spot at the
#1
mall.
with the Obi-Wan cover sketch. Sorry, I kind of shortened that title, Jay.
They really should have like a handicap sticker on the back of his TIE fighter, right?
All right, so Ben 10 #1 is coming out on Wednesday. Cover A by Robert Carey.
After 217,000 pre-orders. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making that up.
Cover B by Duncan Relu.
Even in black and white. I love the fact that there's a black and white for this.
This book was so much fun. I had never watched the show. Joe Casey assured me over and over again, this is like absolute Ben 10. Like, this is the grown-up version of the story we wanted to tell to begin with. And Not too grown up though. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not Game of Thrones or nothing.
I was gonna say it's not Ben 10 after dark.
When I read this, I loved it. I thought it was great. It just felt like good, fun, classic superhero comics, man.
Yeah, I just, like I said, we've been super fortunate. Joe Casey's done some amazing stuff for Dynamite. I mean, he's done some amazing stuff, period, but I mean, specific to this. This is as good as anything he's done.
All right.
He's kind of set his own bar super high.
So we have cover C by Dustin Nguyen. Cover D by Sebastian Perez. Cover E by Eric Canetti.
Some of these really do look like the DVD covers from like when you buy the set back in the day.
Oh, I know what you mean. All right.
I like this cover a lot, but I guess this is just a me thing. It looks better in black and white.
Cover F is the blank. Cover G is the blind bag. Cover I is the Duck and Relu, Virgin. Cover J is the 1:10 ratio, Eric Canetti, black and white.
Yeah, that's the cover I snagged. It's very, I like that a lot. I'll tell you what it does in black and white. It really plays into what Robbie said about this is a more serious, mature version of Ben 10. Because let's be honest, when Ben 10 first comes out, it's almost like Danny Phantom.
Right.
The art style, the way it's drawn or whatever. That reminds me. I should ask Nick about Danny Phantom. Oh.
That's why it doesn't come in on Mondays anymore. All right, cover K, the 1:15 ratio, Sebastian Perez, black and white. Then cover L, the 1:15 ratio, Dustin Nguyen, Virgin.
Marcus, I said earlier, Dynamite's run by AI, and the A stands for Amy.
Cover M, the 1:20 ratio, Duck and Relu, black and white, Virgin. Then cover N, the 1:25 ratio, Robert Carey, Virgin.
Why do we not have more Manic stuff? Everybody always asks for it. Is it like tough to get because it?
I don't know. Yeah, I talked to production. I don't actually know the answer to that one. All right, cover O, the 1:50 ratio, Duck and Relu.
Preston, that would be the best. So that would be the best, like, shock ending ever. After years, Comcast doesn't cut off the sound. It's just Jay laughing, throwing the switch. Oh yeah, it's that Comcast. He's laughing. That would be the best. Like, I die happy if that was the story.
All right, hold on, Easy. So Easy wants a blank. Gotcha, bud. All right, so cover O is the 150, Duck and Relu, signed by the Men of Action team variant. So, Marcus, I don't know why that would have been, but send me an email and I will look into it. All right, bud? Send me an email, Marcus. All right.
No, you could have just talked to Nick's attorney. You heard him earlier. Marcus has a reputation for being litigious.
Cover P, the Ben 10 logo variant. Then we have cover Q, the Cormac Hughes variant.
You were talking about Pitt earlier. Nice Pitt #1 homage right there.
There it is.
All right. Then we have cover R is the green blank.
Ooh. I'll be right back. I have to go look for something.
I can't imagine what. And then cover S, the Robert Carey foil. And then cover T, the Robert Carey foil Virgin. Cover U, the 1/7 Cormac Hughes Virgin.
That HBO show could be much better if they used the preferred version of Pitt instead of what that thing is now.
Then,
Hey, Triple B, what's going on, bud?
all right. Then cover W 110 ratio Eric Canetti foil.
You saw Streezy Go Lucky?
Easy wants one of the green blanks. Gotcha, Easy. I did not. Thank you, John. Cover X, the 115 ratio Sebastian Perez foil. Then cover Y, the 120 ratio Dustin Nguyen foil. All right. So, Triple B, what's going on, bud? All right. Then Red Sonja, She Devil with a Sword, number 1, comes out Wednesday as well. Cover A is by Stuart Sager. Cover B by Lucho Perillo.
I got to read this one earlier today too. Rory McConville coming in. This was really good. It has a nice like sense of fun about it, which we haven't really seen in a lot of Red Sonja stuff lately. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of refreshing, but I had a lot of fun with this. Just good, solid, classic feeling Red Sonja stuff with high stakes, honestly, by the end of it.
Well, they're trying some more stuff with Red Sonja, which I like. Remember what was it 2024? We had Red Sonja as a mom figure. You know what I mean? And they're kind of trying different stuff. And I love the fact that stuff works because they're showing you this isn't just a one-dimensional character. I realized for a long time it was. You know what I mean? Redhead, chainmail bikini, chopping people's heads off.
Yeah, this one gets pretty brutal again too, right? It's bringing that back, but it still has this like it has like a Gail Simone quality, right? Like from her run, it's kind of got that vibe to it a little bit.
Gail Simone kind of found a lane for Red Sonja that I don't know had really been there before, and I think that's why her run people reference it, they remember it or whatever, because now it's 10, 11 years old, ish. But and if you follow Gail Simone on social media, she references this all the time.
All right, cover C by Joseph Michael Linzer. Then we have cover D by Mike Ruth.
That's so gnarly. That monster is so cool, dude.
This is what I think of in my brain when you say the words Red Sonja.
All right, then we have cover E, the cosplay variant. And then we have cover F, the blank.
Shouldn't there be a red blank for this?
Not my call. All right.
I feel like I might
Alberto.
have to increase the size of my suggestion box.
We'll need a new building. Hold on. Red Sonja, She Devil with a Sword, number 1, cover G, the blind bag. Then we have cover H, the Joseph Michael Linzer Atlas variant. And then cover J, the Linzer Virgin.
I love Atlas variants for stuff. I wish we saw a little bit more of them.
Cover K, the 110 ratio cosplay Virgin. And then cover L, the 110 ratio Mike Ruth Virgin. And then we have cover M, the 115 ratio Joseph Michael Linzer black and white. Then cover N, the 120 ratio Lucho Perillo Virgin. And then cover O, the Stuart 125 ratio Stuart Sager Virgin. And then cover P, the Lucho Perillo Ultraviolet variant.
Preston's claiming cover N.
Preston is claiming cover N. Gotcha, Preston. Hold on here. Let me see. Cover N is for Preston. Gotcha, bud. We're good to go. All right. Then cover Q, the 1-7 ratio Lucho Perillo Ultraviolet Virgin. And then also out on Wednesday is the Muppets Noir number 3, cover A by Roger Landridge, cover B by Jay Lee.
Love that Jay Lee cover. This is a fun book too. I really, really like it. It's basically the Muppets kind of doing their parody of all the great detective film noir stuff, you know, like Maltese Falcon and things like that. Really fun.
All right. Then we have cover D, the 1:10 ratio Jay Lee black and white. And then cover E, the 1:15 ratio Roger Landridge black and white. Then cover F, the 1:20 ratio Jay Lee Virgin. And then finally cover G, the 1:25 ratio Roger Landridge Virgin. All right, so I think we're going to have enough time for a full recap, and we'll definitely do that. Just for anyone joining us late, the giveaway tonight is Star Wars Poe Dameron number 1, Rebel cover sketch by our friend Tracy Medina. It's one of our best ones yet, I think, personally. That's just me. And Robbie, tell everyone the movie again.
Tonight we're talking about Night Riders from George A. Romero. Very excited to have a chat with my homies about this. This is one of my favorite Romero films. We're celebrating my birthday. I hope they like the movie. I hope they don't break my heart. That'd be a terrible start to Robbie Week.
So thank you, Jay. Hey, Phil. Thank you, Jay, for posting that. The Evil Ernie Omnibus Collection. The Kickstarter is open and started last week, I want to say. And it is hopping. So you want to jump in on it as soon as possible. We're working with Polito.
Like 68 seconds. It was fun.
Yeah,
something.
it was crazy.
Apparently people like Evil Ernie.
It is taking off. So you want to check that out. Wait, what Marvel fan? What? Marcus is the Y. I got you. Jeffrey, welcome, bud. All right, so check out Robbie's movie night. The night. What again? What is it again?
Night Riders.
Night Riders.
I feel like I've seen that movie at some point.
Ed Harris's first role, leading role.
Yeah, I just cannot remember it, but I feel like I've seen it.
I mean, that's what I figured when I saw your comment about Kurt Russell movies. I'm like, but man, scroll ahead.
Yeah, Ed, we're a little bit behind, buddy. No, we did not. So I don't deal with Polito. The guys at in production do. So Red Sonja is also live. That is closing soon, I think.
I think it's already closed, but
I think it closed today.
You're right. You're right.
You can still do late pledges.
So last chance if you want to get in on the Red Sonja crowdfunder, check it out. All right. Trying to think. Let's see here. All right. So I did the giveaway. So sketch covers, we're down to a handful. Let's see.
So that's it. We're done. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, right. So we'll do a full recap at some point after we come back from break. So, Robbie, what did you do this weekend?
I worked
Facebook.
Free Comic Book Day, right? So Free Comic Book Day was fun. The shop did really well. The staff had a lot of fun. Then I went and hung out with some local friends of mine that are comic book artists and at their studio. And we just had a great night just talking about comic books and writers and artists and creators and the history of this wonderful industry that we all love. So it's been a really, really good, solid weekend, I would say. Getting ready for my Lakers to start against the OKC tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. I don't forecast a Lakers victory in this series, but you never know. LeBron still has a lot to prove. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will.
My Yankees are doing good. I mean, life's pretty good right now, honestly.
the Sixers beat the Celtics.
Dude, I
which was
couldn't believe
surprising.
that, man. That's crazy.
That was definitely a surprise to me. I don't think they're going to get past the
Surprise
Knicks.
to them.
Knicks are hot, dude.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but anything can happen. You never know.
The Knicks it was embarrassing what they did to the Hawks that last game, man.
Yeah, I know. They tore them up.
That's the kind of game where you tell young people, look away. You don't need to see this.
It's been since the 80s. And we haven't beaten the Knicks in a series, postseason series, since the 80s. I think it was 82, 83, and that was the year they went all the way. So it's been a while. So we'll see. We'll see if Joel Embiid gets hurt, because he has not been healthy since the very beginning, unfortunately. Let's see here. All right, so basically, so Jay, it just feels like, so I'm going to address this here. So you guys tell me what you think. So I guess Jay's getting in trouble with Kyle because we've been delaying the second break. But I feel like 15 minutes in after the last break is kind of too short. You know what I mean? We're usually in the middle of discussing something or going through books. So that's kind of why we've been late. I feel like it breaks up a little bit better that way, Jay. But you guys are in the group. You guys are the ones watching the show. So you tell me what you think. Okay? Because I am curious.
Well, that's kind of why I put that in the private chat, though, Rex.
Well, no, I saw that, but I wanted to address the question because I know Kyle has a reason for doing it. Okay, because I know he pours through the numbers and the analytics of everything, but I'm asking, because our audience doesn't shift too much, if you know what I mean. So it's usually the same guys. So that's why I'm asking a question. Okay. All right. I know Nick doesn't do breaks. We do. Okay. And I think it helps to have the breaks. It gives us a break as well because our show is 2 hours. So
Nick doesn't do breaks because that break would be another $70,000 piece of art. He doesn't have an opportunity to sell people.
So I really want to know what you guys think, because I think Kyle does it because he feels like there is some numbers that he pours through, and he works hard at the numbers. I know that. But he's seeing something from that side. I'm talking about more of what does the audience want kind of thing. So whatever you guys think, and then we'll confer with Kyle. And, again, Jay, I'm not trying to create a problem for you. All right. But to me, it just seems like it's a little bit too short. Yeah, me too, Alberto. I'm getting old too. I need to take pee breaks as well. Yeah, Maya, we're not talking about the number of breaks. We're talking about the timing of the breaks. So it just feels like when we break it at the half hour at 24 to immediately go to another break, at 45 seems a little short to me.
Well, maybe it's because our other shows airing at the same time and they sort of need to, is this the only thing airing on the Experience right now? Yeah,
we don't do, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm just, first of all, I solely peripherally pay attention, so I'm still getting over the whole, it was like a timing private chat thing or whatever.
Like Amazon workers. So Jay, we don't run multi shows. I'm pretty sure we don't. But
it's one show at a time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so we don't have that capability. We're like a network, dude.
Okay, well, I didn't know. I was going to say, keep in mind, I'm not here for my brain, so I'm here for my imagination and to get my books.
All right.
So now are we taking a break at 7:30?
Well, that's normally when we do it. So
all right, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
We will. All right, so
the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra. Yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like,
no regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other and with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
We are back. All right, so we have Kenneth. What's up, bud? So we have time for a full recap tonight. So once again, if you joined us late, the giveaway is Star Wars Poe Dameron, #1, Rebel cover sketch by Tracy Medina. Hashtag is #EXP Monday, all lowercase. And as always, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have it for $5. Then we have DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers or 1 of each, 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10-pack issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we have it as always for $85. All right, the sketch covers. Let me see. All right, so we have the Incredible Hulks number 635 with Hulk cover sketch by Joe Mangini. Suggested retail of $149.99. IP new artist price of $45, but I made the all sketch covers tonight $45.
I love this one. I'm surprised this one's still here. This is amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing more work from Joe.
You will. I have no doubt. All right, so then we have Batman number 655 with action figure Batman cover sketch by Tracy Medina. MSRP of $149.99, and we have it for $45. All right. Then it's Mars Attacks #1 with Martian cover sketch by Will Torres and Joconda Hernandez. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45. All right. So then these are Last Pass one more time. Witchblade number 20. Have that for $4. Then G.I. Joe number 21. Ben Oliver cover C. Have that for $4. Then Scorch number 50 cover A. Have that for $5. Then we have Diablo number 1. Have that for $5. Then DCKO Boss Battle #1, Dan Mora, second print. Have that for $6. Then the Rocketeer #1, foil version. In fact, it's a facsimile edition. And we have this one for $10. And then the Punisher #3, color block variant. Have that for $5. Red Boots #1, cover A by Lorenzo Della Felice. Had that for $5. Then Red Boots #1, cover F by Mike Mignola. Had that for $5. Then Wonder Woman Truth #1, have that for $6. Star Wars #0, signed by Mike Mayhew. Had that for MSRP of $29.99. Had that one for $15 tonight. Then Star Wars #1, signed by Alex Segura. MSRP of $49.99. And we have this one for $18. Then Star Wars #1, logo variant, Silver Signature Series, signed by Alex Segura. MSRP of $69.99. And we have this one for $28.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Then Chewbacca #1, AOD exclusive cover, signed by Dale Keown. Suggested retail at $69.99. We have this one for $20. Star Wars Thrawn Alliances #1, signed by Patrick Oliff. Suggested retail of $39.99. We have this one for $12. Star Wars Rebel Heist #1, signed by Matt Kinn. Suggested retail of $69.99. We have this one for $15. Star Wars Shadow Mall #1. Have that for $5. Star Wars Vader Down #1, DF exclusive cover. MSRP of $19.99. We have this one for $15. Star Wars Vader Down #1, DF black and white exclusive cover. MSRP of $19.99. And we have this one for $15. Then Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Echoes of the Empire #1 by Phil Noto. Have that for $4.99. Cover price. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Echoes of the Empire #1 by Eric Tiemens. Have that for cover as well. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Echoes of the Empire #1 by Leno Yu. Have that for cover. Then Galaxy's Edge Echoes of the Empire #1 by M. Gist. Have that for cover price. Star Wars Shadow Mall #2 Virgin variant. Have that for cover.
This cover is very cool. I like this.
Then we have Star Wars Shadow Mall #2 by M. Gist. Have that for cover price. Then Star Wars Shadow Mall #2 by Derek Chu. Have that for cover price. And then Connecting 4 cover sketch Star Wars Annual #1 set by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $299.99, and we have tonight for $150.
That's a great deal. That's 4 sketch covers all together. I mean, this is a beautiful image. Look at this. This is awesome.
Ken Hazer, he is amazing.
We haven't had one of these Hazer 4 connecting cover things on the show in a while, man.
We have not.
No, we have
You're
not.
absolutely right.
So is that your way to tell me to text him to draw faster? Or?
No, he has too much to do. All right, Star Wars Obi-Wan and Anakin #1 cover sketch, Obi-Wan cover sketch by Dan Eilinger. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45 as well. All right, so then again, Ben 10 #1 coming out on Wednesday. Cover A by Robert Carey. Cover B by Duncan Relu. Cover C by Dustin Nguyen. Cover D by Sebastian Perez. Cover E by Eric Canetti.
I really like this cover a lot.
Cover F is the blank. Cover G is the blind bag. Cover I is the Duncan Relu Virgin. Cover J, the 1:10 ratio Eric Canetti black and white. Cover K, the 1:15 ratio Sebastian Perez black and white. Cover L, the 1:15 ratio Dustin Nguyen Virgin. Cover M, the 1:20 ratio Duncan Relu black and white Virgin. Cover N, the Robert Carey Virgin. Cover O, the 1:50 ratio Duncan Relu signed by Men of Action Team. Cover P, the Ben 10 logo variant. Yeah, that's why I said, Steve, Rouleau. Oh, sorry. Cover Q, the Cormac Hughes variant. Cover R, the green blank. Cover S, the Robert Carey foil. Cover T, the Robert Carey foil Virgin. Cover U, the 1:7 Cormac Hughes Virgin. Cover W, the 1:10 ratio Eric Canetti foil. Cover X, the 1:15 ratio Sebastian Perez foil. Cover Y, the 1:20 ratio Dustin Nguyen foil. Then also out on Wednesday, we have Red Sonja She
Wait a
Devil.
minute. Just curious, don't we have... Is there a version of Ben 10 for the experience?
Yeah, but no one's told me when we're supposed to be selling.
Oh, sorry.
So
I was just like, because I was wondering, I'm watching
Jay,
them all
do
go
you
by.
know? Are we selling it Wednesday?
Yeah, it was posted today in Slack that starting Wednesday, the shows will start carrying.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just don't
There
want to
you
make
go.
sure we didn't forget it or something.
No, we didn't
You're
forget
good.
Yeah. So, okay. Thanks, Jay. So, Red Sonja She Devil with a Sword, #1, cover A by Stuart Sager. Cover B by Lucho Perillo. Cover C by Joseph Michael Linsner. Cover D by Mike Ruth. Then we have cover E, the cosplay variant. So is it Marcus's birthday too? It's always Alberto's birthday. We know that. All right. Then we have cover E, the cosplay. Is that cover? Next cover is that F? I wrote over it. Yes,
Yeah,
it's the
that's
blank. Cover G, the blind bag. Then we have cover H, the Linsner Atlas version. Then cover J, the Linsner Virgin. Then cover K, the 1:10 ratio cosplay version. Then cover L, the 1:10 ratio Mike Ruth Virgin. Cover M, the Joseph Michael Linsner black and white variant. Then cover N, the 1:20 ratio Lucho Perillo Virgin.
Oh, very cool, Alberto.
Oh, thanks, Alberto.
Here's the art.
Yeah,
The original
no.
art from the-
Whenever he says, I know the person that owns the art, that means he does.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah. All right. Then cover O, the 125 ratio Stuart Sager version. Then cover P, the Lucio Perillo Ultraviolet. Then cover Q, the 1/7 ratio Lucio Perillo Ultraviolet Virgin.
Preston, considering where Nick gets steaks, I'm going to say probably not.
All right.
I'm kind of familiar with where Nick goes out to eat. No.
So then we have the Muppets Noir, number 3, cover A by Roger Landridge.
That's very cool.
Cover B by Jay Lee. Cover D is the 1/10 ratio Jay Lee black and white. Cover E is the 1/15 ratio Roger Landridge black and white. Cover F is the 1/20 ratio Jay Lee Virgin. And then finally, cover G, the 1/25 Roger Landridge Virgin variant. And those are the books coming out on Wednesday. Highly anticipated Ben 10. All right. And
I understand there's been a few pre-orders for
that. So I hear. So the guys have been slammed in the back, packing up the orders from the website, pre-orders as the books finally make it in. So it's been crazy.
Hoping 2027 is the year Dynamite goes back to blacklight covers.
Unknown, it is just the color reference to the cover. It does not react to UV light, as far as I know.
Man,
yeah.
We talk to these printers.
So, Robbie, did you try it? Is that how you know?
Did I try what?
Pushing the UV cover over UV light.
No, but I mean, it's not done in like what is it, like phosphorescent ink or whatever? It's not done in that kind of ink. So it's like mimicking the look of what it could be.
In all honesty, I've never actually tried it, so I wouldn't.
It might look interesting. You know, I might grab some and try them sometime.
Get a UV light and just kind of.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
Why not?
And congratulations on the success of Ben 10, because I'm looking. Congratulations on the success, guys, on Ben 10, because I'm looking forward to it. One thing that I started noticing at my shop was a slow then steady trickle of people putting themselves down for it. And today was the Monday after Free Comic Book Day, so a lot of people, in the shop. So I got a lot of ads to process, and Ben 10 was up there on that list. Everybody was really, really excited to get their hands on it.
So we've had a lot of inquiries internationally about, and unfortunately our license does not necessarily
include everywhere. Yeah, right.
So we had to turn those people down. They've been asking, but we can't do anything about that. So unfortunately, they're going to have to try to buy it in the open market.
It's interesting because Ben 10, like I have young adults who work for me who are in their early 20s, and they're all excited. To them, this is like peak nostalgia. This is the way like I felt when Transformers finally came back, or in some form or fashion or something like that, So yeah, we're going to start seeing that 2000s nostalgia wave coming through, because it kind of like, there are these like 20-year periods of nostalgia, right? Where like,
right.
Like in the 90s, the 70s was still kind of cool and nostalgic. In the 2000s, it was the 80s, then it was the 90s, and now it's like the 2000s, man. So
yeah, it's been kind of amazing, the response we've seen here.
Oh, for Ben 10?
Yeah, the pre-orders, the emails from people in different countries asking if we're going to sell in their territory. And, unfortunately, a lot of them, we had to tell them that we can't.
Oh, it's just like a domestic license or whatever?
Well, no, the license only, I'm not sure. It's not my department, but I believe here, the UK, certain parts of Europe, but there are certain parts, like, I don't believe we have the rights to Asia. I'm not sure. Again, not my department, so I'm not really sure how that works, but it is not a worldwide kind of license. Mm-hmm. So the reaction we're getting from other people in foreign countries has been unique. We don't usually get that many requests. People like, are you selling it here? Are you selling it there? It's unfortunate, but we have to tell them that you're going to have to buy in the open market. That's the best we can do. from a retailer or a third party or someone who bought it and it's put
that's an undersold market then that will be going into that aftermarket, right? Like once it hits shelves, they'll be looking online and things like that. Even with the high orders, even with those high orders, this could be a potential like influx of demand, superseding the supply a little bit or making it tighter. So I'd be. Yeah. This is something to watch out for, especially with some of the maybe some of the lower ordered covers or some of the higher ratio incentives or something like that too.
That's what I was just thinking. Some of the incentives are really going to become like chase books or whatever.
And Jay, if you don't mind, if you could put the links to the crowdfunders back up. So we got Red Sonja, we have the Evil Ernie, which is taken off, and of course we have the boys as well. So those three are currently Red Sonja is not running. What's that?
We still doing that, the boys?
We are.
Get ready for sadness.
Thank you, Jay.
Soon the boys will be over on Amazon.
I know, right?
I'll be sad.
Yeah. So it had a good run.
I'll miss Homelander. Anthony Starr does a great job.
All right. So again, watch Robbie's show. Tonight, the movie is Night Riders, right? Correct?
That's right. Night Riders, dude.
That's a Dynamite book to grab a hold of while you can. Sony announced they're pursuing like a Zorro Django project. And that's like a Dynamite crossover, right? Yeah. So I would suggest before they start making all these big announcements and this and that or whatever, go hit up your LCS or, your online dealer and say, hey, look, get this for me now so I don't have to pay $100 for it later.
So, Jay, what do we have coming up after this?
So, as always, folks, watch PCP Movie Night. It's always a fun time. Been having to catch it on the rewind, but I still try to watch it when I can. Then come back to the EXP at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for Best Coast Comics, where they are going to be going over what they did for Free Comic Book Day. So,
cool.
Not the only comic for me that matters. Greatest American Hero. Let's go. I was so happy to grab that. The other was just icing on the cake, but that's the one I really wanted.
All right. So be sure to tune in at Robbie's movie night for Knight Rider, which is the who's first leading role?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Yeah.
Who's been a longtime actor. Great movies.
Yeah, and then worked with Romero on Creepshow. With Stephen King. Oh, and Stephen King has a cameo in Knight Riders, which is really funny.
Oh, really? Does he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He has a cameo in Creepshow.
Yeah,
because him and George, he wrote Creepshow, right? But him and George Romero were like homies, right? Yeah. There's that famous story where, the steamroller scene in Maximum Overdrive, which is like the only Stephen King movie that he wrote and directed. So he shows that scene to Romero, super proud to show one of the masters of horror and gore this scene, and George was like, "Steven, some things are just too much, man."
Scolded by the living dead guy. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
He's like, "Man, you gotta less is more sometimes, Steven."
You can just do a shadow shot, or a cutaway of people going, "Ooh."
See all that. Too funny. All right. I'll be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for the 1 hour show. And then, of course, we have original art on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. It may be time to do the drawing for the giveaway. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I popped it up there just in case because we were getting close to the end time. I didn't want you to forget.
All right, yeah, like last time. I totally forgot.
Good night, everybody. What giveaway?
All right, so spin that wheel if you would, Jay. And the winner is
CBB. Congratulations, bud.
Nice.
All right. So Actually, Steve, I am done. So the coach's his daughter, her season is over. They did not make the postseason. So she's back coaching. And I said to him a while back, as soon as she comes back, he doesn't really need me. I was not going to leave him in the lurch and bounce on him while he was by himself. Now that she's back and her semester is probably over at the end of the month, I guess. So she's back. She no longer has to go to practice. No more games. So she was there last weekend. I was actually working in tournament they were in, but I had to 10U's the field there. Yeah, I may not, Marcus. We'll see what happens. You never know. My daughter actually talked about coming back. Maybe we'll see if that happens. If she comes back, I will certainly come back with her.
Oh, thanks, CJ.
Yeah, well, basically, it was. It came to a point where I'm pretty sure the girls were pretty happy that I was gone.
Yeah, the state has asked you not to coach anymore, right?
Yeah. So, and to be honest with you, there's not much I can do. There's really not much I can do.
Watch him now, like improve. All right,
Yeah,
and they're gonna like make a run. They're gonna like.
If this weekend was any indication, I had told both the head of our. I do not Marvel fan. I do not get paid. I do get paid to work tournaments though as a site director, but I do not get paid for coaching. But when I saw the schedule they came up with, I told them this tournament that they were in last weekend was a bad idea. They were overmatched and they pretty much got run ruled in every game they played. And on Bracket Sunday, yesterday, I followed them on what's called Game Changer. They got beat 16-2. It was like a football score and the safety. You know, there's not much I can do. I've tried, and now it's turned into just me yelling at them. Okay, but there are things after 2 years they should know. Okay, the tournament before we had the shortstop on a steal. She goes and backs up third for some reason because they were bunting, so the corners were in. Okay.
Oh man.
By this point, you should know you cover 2. You don't cover 3, even though they're bunting. Okay. It was just amazing to me, but whatever. So it's just changed. The players have changed. The attitudes have changed. Even when my daughter and I were coaching a team together, the attitude has changed. And I don't know if I want to do it anymore. You know, get up at dark 30 for no money. Go there and watch us just basically crap out the bed. All right. Yeah, Corey, I don't think so at this point. So we'll see what happens. Look, I wish them the best. I hope they do well this summer, but I don't really feel like it's going to happen, unfortunately. But anyway, I digress. All right, I will be back Wednesday. Appreciate you guys. Robbie, thank you. John, thank you.
Thanks,
Jay, thank you for doing your thing. And I will see everyone on Wednesday. All right, so be good. Peace.